Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another drag racing and comparison video. Today we have the 2023 Vision Pioneer 3.0 VR package against
I'm scrolling down to it. It is the 2019 Durant Manta RTL3.
RTL3. So essentially what we have here are two sports cars under $80,000. They're very close in price. I'm just going to call it the Supra because that's really what it is 68,500, and I believe your Corvette was 75,
Yes, 75,000.
75,000. So really close in price. Um, Both of these cars, we're doing this video because realistically, this is something you might cross shop, especially in real life. I mean, a buyer looking for a Supra might cross shop a C7, and in Greenville they happen to be a similar price. So we figure it might be the case here as well. Uh, so the what we have here, the Supra, the 3-liter VR package, is essentially the fastest Supra you can get in the game right now. It's the 3-liter, it's automatic, so it's got the 8-speed, and it's the VR package, which adds a little extra power over the non-VR package, which is not mentioned in the dealer when you look at the stats. However, when you pull into the drag line, you'll notice that the regular Supra 3-liter makes 382 horsepower, whereas this one makes 427. And the Corvette, the RTL3 we have here, is the most expensive and naturally aspirated version of the Corvette you can get. So it's essentially a Grand Sport. It's a Z06 that has no supercharger. Uh, Both make similar power. So the Supra is at 427 horsepower, and the Corvette is at 465 with its 7-speed automatic, both rear-wheel drive. Uh, what I think are pretty evenly matched cars. Can we get a sound clip from you, Mr. 10?
Whole big RPM out of the Supra.
I love it.
Whole 1,000 RPM difference between the two.
Supra's driving higher.
Supra's revving higher by 1,000 RPMs.
All right. I wonder if that's going to help it out any.
2,500 versus a 6,500 RPM redline.
And both of these cars are unmodified, apart from the fact mine has no license plate in the front. Both have stock wheels. Both have no suspension changes, no color changes. Obviously, they're different colors, right? We didn't try to color match them, but let's go ahead and get started with the drag race. See which one of these be a little more worth the money. So 10 is on console. I'm on PC. So to keep it even, I'm going to run my car in sport, in auto mode, because that's what the console players have to drive in. So we're just going to try to keep it as consistent and even as we can. And we'll just go from there. Right.
I will be having to use the launch control on this one. It does not seem to want to spin.
Almost wonder if traction off, or I mean on, with this car might be better, because it also has its built-in launch control at 2500.
A 238 or 1238. Yeah, 1238.
And I ran at 1248. All right, so only a tenth off. Very, very close.
A tenth off, but a 4-mile-an-hour difference at the top end.
Yeah, Supra is definitely pulling hard at the top. Should we switch cars and rerun it?
Yeah, we're gonna switch cars.
All right. this car. I'm launching it at 2,500.
And the Super just pulls away.
I think you were saying earlier, at least on the last video, the Corvette on console, the launch is kind of nerfed a bit. It doesn't launch like it does on PC, regardless of if you're starting in manual mode or not.
Yeah, it just doesn't want to spin the tires on console.
And you do have traction off, right?
I have traction off.
Yeah, that they went from being only a 10th off to almost a second off.
Yeah.
So, both cars, or not both cars, but launched in the same fashion. The Corvette ran, what did it run? 12,383 or 12.
The Super ran a 12.3. Yeah.
And then it ran a 12.9. The Supra ran a 12,383, and then ran a 12,198. So in both cases, the Supra was faster. I don't necessarily think any individual testing of the cars is necessary here. I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, regardless of what condition the Supra is, just a bit faster. And it showed every time, too, on the mile an hour. It pulls on the top end.
It does, so
guys. I mean,
you can save a little bit of money.
You could save a little bit of money. And go with the Supra, and you'd end up being faster. To be honest, it's really just a matter of which one you prefer. And I guess as a bonus, real quick, you do still have the you know what? Never mind, because I was gonna say we could run the non-VR, but then we'd be getting rid of your Corvette. Actually, we could run the non-VR Supra against the base model Corvette real quick.
We could do that
As a little bonus, just to see if that changes anything. As you guys might have seen from some of our last videos, the base models of both of these cars are slower than the uprated models, which isn't always the case with vehicles, but for these two in particular it is. So maybe for a more of a budget, the Corvette may end up being the better option for this one.
We will have to see.
This time,
if I remember correctly, the base model Supra is $10,000 cheaper than the other one, than the VR, or the 3.0 non-VR is $10,000 cheaper than the 3.0 VR, and that one is $20,000 cheaper than the other Corvette.
Yes, that is true. Pretty big price difference for both.
12,516.
12,566.
Yeah, and I had a little bit more mile an hour on you on the big end.
Yes, you did, just like before with the upgraded models. So in this case, right, the Supra, the VR was 68.5. So that puts that car at 58, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Corvette you had out was 75. This is 20 less, puts it at 55. So these are only $3,000 apart. And in this case, the Corvette's cheaper. It's still not as fast as the Supra, but at least in this case, at least it has the price advantage by a little bit, whereas before it didn't. So
that is correct. But if you
do
buy the Supra over the Corvette, you can have the sweet, desirable, amazing Geo Metro.
Oh, brother. All right. And on that bombshell, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys liked the video, make sure to let me know in the comments. And like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it. And we'll see you in the next one.